Obviously, it was very bouncy yesterday in the stadium. I would like to think that it brought everybody involved in the club at the ground here and the supporters closer together. My personal interpretation, understanding of what happened yesterday was that I think the supporters wanted to make sure that we know what we have to do on Sunday anyway. And the performance we displayed last night, I think, was just a perfect symbiosis to really get the place going. And for me personally, it was nice to see Ibrox like that again because it's been a while. But to be fair, it's been the last two games leading into Tottenham where we kind of built something already. It was a lot more reassuring in the way we played, and yeah, I think right now we're in a very good place. But it's about keeping that momentum going.
A number of different challenges, but how helpful is it to have that taking into a cup final?
Oh, I mean, it's very good to have like a opposition as Tottenham or like Tottenham Hotspur to come to Ibrox and then we put up a performance like that. I think the teams are quite similar in the way they play, so that should definitely give us a big confidence boost.
On the flip side, are there any physical or emotional concerns of the quick turnaround?
No, why?
And for you personally, because you were thrown into the heat of it last night, I suppose that's the cruel nature of football. If your teammate gets injured, is it similar story this weekend? You're ready if needed?
To be honest, I expect to start actually, especially now with seemingly John being out for I don't know how long. But if you come off like that, usually that's not so great. That's the only thing. I take it with a pinch of salt. I was very happy to play yesterday because I didn't start and I would have liked to. Then I still got my minutes, a big amount as well. But obviously the way how it happened is not ideal. I think Suit's been very good for us in recent weeks especially, and he's been a monumental part for us. So I hope that we don't have to miss out, or that he doesn't have to miss out for too long.
You talked about the partnership between yourself and Robin.
Can you, because you were overlapping, sorry.
How's the partnership between yourself and Robin?
I think yesterday was only the second game we played together if I'm not mistaken, but it worked out pretty well already. I mean, I came on like in the middle of the game. We had to react fast, but yeah, no issues there. I think we're both experienced enough.
Yeah, you think that experience, you've been here for a long time, been in winning wages teams, and Robin obviously experienced player as well. Do you think that experience can help you at having the biggest game of your season?
It should, yeah.
You talked about building something there. What do you put this upturn in form down to over the last month or so?
That's a very good question. I think we've been on the hunt for that switch and for that click to happen. But to be very, very honest, I cannot really tell you. We had a change of system, yes, maybe that helped. But I think overall what you feel on the pitch is just that we are just a lot tidier in everything, especially in the basics. And I don't know if this was still the group having to grow together a bit more, or if we are just really slow. I don't know. I hope it's not the latter. But it's definitely good to see that switch happening finally. And like I said, we have to make sure that we keep this momentum going.
And what would beating your rivals and winning a trophy do for the growth of this group?
It would be massive because for most of them it would be the first trophy at the club, and also the significance for the club itself is massive. And I mean, we all signed here to win trophies, and that's the next opportunity to do that.
How much does the manner of the performance yesterday do for your mindset? Are you more full of belief that you can get something on Sunday given what happened last night?
I mean, similar to what I said before, yeah, it was very reassuring the way we played yesterday. I would like, no, it's not that I would like to, but I could imagine that it wasn't necessarily expected by many, so we kind of proved a point there. And it's about taking that confidence and that level of performance into the next game, which happens to be quite big.
You say proving a point. How good does that feel to prove a point?
Very, but it's. I mean, obviously everybody was expecting us to come up with a performance like that. But first and foremost, we owed it to ourselves because there's been a lot of talks going on about the quality of the players. But then obviously if we don't live up to that expectation and to what we put out there, then questions are rightfully asked. And so I think everybody in this group, and as a team we could just say, listen, we can do it. And I mean, it's a short run now of 3 games that I mentioned before, but it's in that way some form of consistency or some, and that's what, like I said, can only repeat myself, that we have to keep that going.
On Sunday would be your 100th appearance at Rangers. What does it mean to kind of hit that milestone at a club like this?
I didn't know, because I never look at those stats really, but it's nice. So thanks for the heads up. Massive, especially for that to be an old firm as well. I enjoy the privilege of having featured in quite a few. Some very big ones for the club, for the team, for me personally. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it now even more.
You've been at this club when you've had a good run in the old firm over the past couple of years. It's not been like that. What do you think needs to change given your experience in this fixture to push those small margins in team state as well?
Well, if you look at the most recent old firms, it's quite simple. We have to win, and that's the answer.
Do you think it can help? It's a young squad that you said it's taking a bit of time to clip this season. Can it help that a number of the squad maybe doesn't have experience of this fixture, doesn't have experience of that last couple of seasons, and can approach it with, I guess, fresh ideas, fresh impetus?
I'm not sure if I get that question
So,
fully.
you know, the squad before had a few difficult old firm results.
Right, I think I
a lot
get
of
that.
tight games. Does it help now that you've got quite a lot of new players in the squad?
So you mean if it's like they don't come into the games with baggage, kind of, could help potentially, but I think what would help the most is if we just play like we played last night, and every player in the squad that was involved knows how to do that, as shown last night, and it's about putting the focus on that.
How much you enjoy working with Hamza? How much is he helping the team become immensely?
I think it's really good to see that he's able to put things that you've seen in training, maybe when you didn't know, but we've seen in training, that you can see him put that onto the big stage when it matters. And I think he's had an excellent run. He's a strong player. The way he controls the ball with his chest, to me, I don't think I've seen it a lot. Don't want to praise him too much, but reminds me a little bit of DROGBA, but that's a big one, so don't tell him I said that. No, but it's very refreshing. It's very nice to see it, and yeah, he's delightful. He's got a bit of cheek to him as well. Loves a nutmeg probably, but yeah, he's been really good. I think his performances speak for itself or for himself.
Yes. Anyone else?
Finals are normally tight affairs. Is it just about concentration levels when you win a game like this?
I think in these type of games, especially finals, it's always about small margin, and definitely concentration plays a major factor. Yeah.
Leo, we spoke to you after the Scottish Cup final in May. Was that one of your lowest moments of your Rangers career? Was that a difficult one to take, given how close you were that game to Celtic on the big stage?
No, it was bitter, yes, but probably not one of the worst ones. It was very frustrating, that's for sure, because I think it felt like we should have taken it and we didn't. But yeah, here goes another opportunity.
Some clubs lay on a player with value or runners-up medal. Is that different from your Rangers? It's something that's really not of any interest.
Yeah, I think you cannot have that mindset if you play for Rangers, because first is the only thing that matters. And what's that saying? Second is the first loser, something like that. So yeah, doesn't count. So it's all or nothing.
Okay, guys. Thanks, everybody.